And before you judge me, let me start by saying I received all of these in PR. I have 29 books here with me today. 29. But I'm not going to go through all 29 in this video. I do have an in-depth video on every single book on my YouTube. However, I do want to go through the ones that I'm most excited about. So of the 29, I have 8 books with me right now that I'm so excited about. I've been thinking about them because they've been on my TBR for a while. A lot of them are new releases. So let's get into them. First one is The Revelation of Deonn Daphne by Mara Brock Akil. And I'm super excited for this just because we know Mara Brock is like an amazing producer. She is the creator of Girlfriend, Being Mary Jane. Being Mary Jane is one of my favorite TV shows. I can't tell you how many times I have rewatched Being Mary Jane, okay? And she's also the creator of Forever on Netflix, which is currently filming. Next, we have Lagos Will Be Hard for You. This is a collection of short stories by Ayatola T. And it says, almost blind mother pawns her daughter off to save her. A grieving son must bury his Muslim father in 24 hours in the thick of winter. I think this is quite interesting. I've seen this book out. I believe this book is already out in Nigeria, but I'm super excited. Next, we have A Harlem Wedding by Tiffany L. Warren. And I've been really curious about a lot of books in the Harlem Renaissance. I do think that a lot of the books that I have around the Harlem Renaissance are romance. Don't judge me. Yeah. Next, we have Love Me by Tiffany D. Cross. This is a letter to Black women in a toxic country, career, and relationship. YA book. We have a YA book by Renée Watson. It's called Everything New Again. This book actually comes out in October, and I have a copy in my hand. Okay, I have a copy in my hand, and I'm so grateful for this. This is not the beginning of a lifelong love story. So wait, if it's not, wait, I thought this was a romance book. Last but not least, we have the Tracy Deonn's books, piece of Legendborn, Oathbound, and Bloodmarked. So I'm super excited. As you guys know, I'm trying to get into fantasy and read more fantasy books. So shout out to Simon Teen for blessing me with these copies. I know I said I was only going to talk about 8 out of 29 books. However, I do want to do this honorary mention of a dissection of A Murder by Joe Murray. I found out that there is a show that is based on this book on Apple TV. Chilling thriller is being adapted for a 2nd season of Apple TV's Presumed Innocence. So now I want to watch the show, but I also want to read this book because I'm curious. Now I'm done. These are the books that I'm most excited for out of the 29 books that I received. And yeah.